The 86th Annual Academy Awards revealed their nominations, and there's a slew of films with multiple nominations. 12 Years a Slave only racked up 9 awards, not becoming the most nominated film. American Hustle and Gravity instead co-share that honor with 10 nominations. So, kicking us off, Ryan, what was your overall reaction to the nominations this week?
Nothing really surprised me. I was happy Sally Hawkins got in. There was a couple little surprises like her and Jonah Hill, but overall just kind of predictable. And I'm never totally happy and I'm never totally upset, and that's the way I felt about this one.
Lee, was there any movie in particular that kind of got shut out you really didn't expect to?
Prisoners. I mean, I know it got released like in September, so it had a chance of getting shut out, but it was a really good movie, and you know, there is that space to fill 10. I don't know why there couldn't be 10 this year.
Yeah, it definitely was one that we liked a lot on the show. We named it our 4th favorite film of the year. So
I don't think it was ever in contention for picture, though.
It seemed like it was one that was kind of forgotten about a little. Yeah. Like maybe Jackman at one point was a contender, but by December he wasn't.
Supporting.
Yeah, but it did get that Roger Deakins nom for cinematography, thankfully. So it's a beautiful looking film. Michaela, what about you? Is there any snub that you kind of wish had gotten in there?
Well, I didn't expect it to, but I just wish Inside Llewyn Davis had gotten more attention because it was a really great film. Like the Coen brothers or Oscar Isaac should have gotten some recognition.
No Best Song nomination.
I think it wasn't eligible.
Because it's original?
Yeah, Please Mr. Kennedy isn't original.
Oh.
It's based on another tune. Oh. But there's a lot of other things it could have been nominated for. Personally, I think Oscar Isaac easily could have snuck in there. The Coens could have been in there for either category.
Screenplay, definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, picture, you have the potential to nominate 10 films. They only nominated 9. And looking back 10 years from now, are people going to talk about Philomena? Are people going to talk about a couple of these other nominees that are kind of well executed but kind of run-of-the-mill films like Dallas Buyers Club? I'm not going to remember anything but the performances. But
I think Captain Phillips is another one that could have been swapped out.
Captain Phillips is like a poor man's Argo to me.
Poor man's hijacking.
But still,
nobody knows that movie.
It's still though. I mean, people will be talking about The Cat for years. Like, what? I wish that the Coens got a little more love.
I think people will talk about American Hustle a lot in 10 years.
I
think
they
it
will
will be in the vein of Crash and Shakespearean Love.
Well, you're predicting it'll win?
I mean, Crash was, I mean, I like Crash, but I have to admit, American Hustle getting 10 nominations, I gotta go, are you kidding me?
It got so many more than it deserved.
Every acting category it was nominated in. I'm like, these performances, they're serviceable, they're good, they make the film entertaining, but they're not Oscar worthy.
Yeah, I even would have had Renner in there above Cooper. I was more impressed by him. But yeah, 10
I thought
nominations.
Cooper was the weakest.
Renner, really?
No, Cooper.
Oh, Cooper, yeah. 10 nominations does seem way over the top. You know, getting all 4 acting categories.
Got all the tech noms it could have gotten.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you expect a film like Gravity that's so visually impressive to get a lot of those technical awards, but for American Hustle to pull off this huge sweep above the line is pretty crazy. I was surprised that it ended up
second
with 10.
film in a row for Russell to get 4
in 2 years. Yeah, and then also there's 12 Years a Slave, which a lot of people thought would get 11 nominations, whether it was going to sneak in for Best Song or Best Cinematography, which I actually thought it had a chance to win before it didn't get nominated.
Yeah, really.
That was one of the biggest
Nebraska getting in is just mind-boggling.
12 years should be in over Nebraska.
12 years should be in a few films.
Yeah, I mean, overall, like you said, it was fairly safe. I think there weren't a lot of surprises. You know, some years, like last year, Ben Zeitlin sneaking in for Best Director. It's just something that comes out of left field.
The director's branch was really safe this year.
Yeah, and I mentioned this before we started talking, but aside from August Osage County, which is by no means a small movie, every movie that has above-the-line nominations has 3 or more nominations. So there's a lot of good movies, but they're taking up all the nominations this year. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.